Hello.
Hello.
I'm Kate. Oh no. How does it?
Just start again.
Welcome to Queers Gone By. I'm Caitlin Powell.
It's up to you.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Queers Gone By. I'm Caitlin Powell.
And I'm Kate Butch.
And this is the podcast where we talk about nostalgic film, TV, and snacks, and try to work out if that's what made us queer.
Today we're continuing on our saga of BBC science fiction by Russell T Davies.
Yeah.
And we're playing with the big dogs now.
The big boys. Thick boys.
It is, of course, Doctor Who. Yeah, etc.
Yes.
But before we do that, should we have our nostalgic snack?
Are incredibly appropriate.
It's very appropriate.
It's so good.
I've been sitting on these for weeks.
Oh.
So they're quite squashed.
This is crumbly.
Oh, ASMR.
It's aggressive, ASMR.
That's what the A stands for. These are flying saucers.
Flying saucer. Ooh.
Help yourself to fly.
I'm going to get an orange one. Do they taste different?
I don't know, we're going to have multiple ones just to taste test. I've got a white one.
I've got an orange one.
Cheers.
Rub them together. Rub your sauces. Rub your sauces
They're
along
quite
with us.
scratchy, aren't they? Okay,
Yes.
yes. Oh,
Oh,
that's a good time.
that is certainly cardboard
If
with
you've never had
some sugar.
one.
I have, yeah.
No, if the listeners have never had one.
Oh.
I don't know how to describe it to them. Because it doesn't actually... You know how it normally says a something with a something and a something?
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Is this full of fizz?
To be fair, it's full of fizz.
It
Do you have
is.
one more? I'm going to bite mine in half.
Yeah.
Because I just went all in one, like a greedy gobble gannet. They're like a little... It's like rice paper.
They've got... This one has a different colour on each side.
I've taken another white one, like something. There's a pink one.
I've
Something
got
gay.
an
White and
orange.
orange.
And, yeah.
I don't think they taste different. I think
No.
they taste of sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bite mine in half. Oh, I bloody love sherbet. I don't know if you can tell from all the snacks I brought that are full of sherbet.
But the outside is, I will say, disappointing. It is
I don't
very-
mind the outside, because it's
Don't
like a disappointing outside for a jazzy innard.
Same.
When they're on the X Factor, jazzy innard. John and Edward, sorry.
Badum.
Well, we could travel away on our flying saucers to today's episode. Out of fashion for us, we haven't watched the first episode. Because we tend to watch the first, if
or
we can
try
find
to
it.
at least.
Yeah, or something
But
that tells us it's the first.
We chose, I think, the campest episode we could think
episode.
of. Like we mentioned last week, Anthony Head as a little bat boy.
And he was pipped to the post for campness by this.
Yeah.
It was a two-parter. We watched both.
This, I think, it's such a good two-parter. But is the finale of series 1?
Yes.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Is it called series 1 when it's Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah.
Okay. Finale of series 1, and a double-parter. First episode is camp nonsense that Black Mirror wishes. And then the second episode is so... I remember
Heartbreaking.
crying so many times. in
Oh,
that.
same. Absolutely same.
I don't think I'd ever sat down and I'd ever committed to a programme as much as I had. Committed to watching Doctor Who. And then I hadn't been hurt by a TV programme quite like that before.
Yeah. I mentioned it a while ago that I was obsessed with Doctor Who even before it came back.
Yeah. You liked the classic Doctor Who.
I did love the classic Doctor Who.
I've seen one episode of classic Doctor Who, and that is camp.
Which one did you watch?
I've seen the weird, sweet Margaret
The
Thatcher
Happiness
analogy.
Patrol!
It's
What a time.
so camp.
With the big Bertie Bassett man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one that I watched was The Five Doctors, which was like an anniversary special. And all the Doctors came back. That was pretty camp. I think we
Nice.
should watch that
Okay.
at some point.
I'd be up for watching a classic
In like a
Doctor.
year's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that definitely made me queer. But yeah, this is 2005, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about
It's
right.
as you said, the end of series 1. Episode is called Bad Wolf.
Yes.
And the second one is called The Parting of the Ways. But it doesn't... kind of.
I mean,
Eh.
Captain Jack, spoiler alert, gets left on his own looking right pissed off.
Oh, yes, there will be. We must do an alert for spoilers, although it has been almost 15 years.
We haven't spoiled anything else.
Almost 15 years.
That
is
can't be right.
far too long. That's offensive.
That's so upsetting.
Anyway, the episode begins with a little recap of what happened in the episode The Long Game.
Yeah.
With an evil tentacle man in
When
the
did
ceiling.
that happen? Like the start of
Episode 7, I think, of series
out of
1.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah. It did also feature, I just went, Anna Maxwell Martin!
And I was like, I don't.
Anna Maxwell Martin is an icon.
Okay.
She's currently in Motherland on BBC.
Okay.
She's phenomenal in it. She's incredible. And she was in Doctor Who. A lot of other people turned
Everyone
up.
was in Doctor
Everyone was
Who.
in Doctor Who. You know, the episode was The Long Game, and it was with Adam, who was like the Dalek assistant man in Utah.
Simon Pegg. Oh, no, right, got you.
He came along with them.
Yeah, okay.
And he got that implant in his forehead.
Yes, I remember.
Click it and it comes out. He is from my hometown of Buxton.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
Yeah. His sister ran the after school club. Yeah.
Crazy.
Lovely time.
Lovely time.
And they refer to that, which is like the old TV station that's floating around orbiting Earth.
And I think it finishes by Christopher Eccleston. Well, the Doctor closing everything down.
Yeah, being like, we're shutting down the news.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be great. Great time.
Turns
100
out.
years later.
Yeah. It's not.
It's not. Quelle surprise. Christopher Eccleston wakes up in the lift. Or in the room.
Yeah, the bit, the sort of
Entrancey
room.
bit to the Big Brother house.
Yeah. And this was like, because I'd never watched Big Brother as a kid.
No, me neither.
But
I'd seen clips
knew
of it.
exactly what was happening, that iconic music. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's greeted by 2000s icon, Linda.
Linda with a Y.
Yeah, Linda with a Y.
Not Liza with a Z.
No. She's got little, what they call Princess Leia buns.
Yes.
So cute.
It's weird, I was thinking this, like, it's set in the year 200,100.
Okay.
Which is in 198,000 years' time. Mm-hmm. And they still dress like they're from 2005.
I know. I love how the Big Brother house is just, like, furnished as the 2005 Big Brother house was.
A throwback, a big throwback. And there's also Sassy Gay.
Yeah,
and Other Woman.
Billy Eichner character who's like, there's an eviction in 5 minutes.
Sit down.
Sit down.
And then some other woman.
Yeah.
We apologize. That's all she was. That's not us.
What's her name? Crosby,
Stills and
Crosby.
Nash. I don't know.
Who has a very... We'll talk about it later. She's her reactions are weird, but I feel like it's to build tension.
Yes. And then at the same time, Rose wakes up in the Weakest Link studio.
Yes.
With the android.
Yeah. And
star of stage and screen Jenna Russell. It plays the floor manager.
Oh.
She's a Tony nominee.
Really?
I'm obsessed with her.
What?
I was like, Jenna Russell!
And again, I was like, who?
Anna Maxwell Martin! Jenna Russell! And Patterson Joseph, who's in a lot of things. I think he's in That Mitchell and Webb Look.
Oh.
He's always the one in Numberwang. Simon.
Wait.
I think.
He's not the boss in Peep Show, is he?
I think he might be.
He has that same creepy...
I think he's in Spaced as well. I don't know. He's in a lot of, like, comedy things.
I think he might be the...
And, he was a bit sinister, like, welcome to the game.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's quite attractive, but in a weird, like creepy...
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary hot.
Yeah.
And then it turns out we're at the Weakest Link with the android.
The android.
And, I mean, the Weakest Link is a throwback.
Yes.
I would watch that when I was having my tea.
Yeah, me too.
Home from school.
I love Dan Robinson.
It's kind of relevant to this and to current political climate.
Oh, God.
I went with my mum to vote when I was like a child in the first general election that I was alive for or whatever. Mm-hmm. And my mum was like, ha ha ha, who are you going to vote for? And I, as like a 4-year-old, was like, Anne Robinson. Because that's the only person that I had associated voting with.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Voting over, it's time to reflect who you think is the Weakest Link. Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun.
Back. And that was a throwback in itself, just watching the Weakest Link.
Yeah.
And Big Brother. Mm-hmm. And thirdly,
Captain Jack wakes up.
What not to wear.
Yes.
Trini and Susanna.
Which I never wore, so I didn't realise it was Trini and Susanna, but now I realise
it's the best time. I bloody love Trini and Susanna. And they're camp icons in this.
I'm
impressed that they got Davina, they got Anne, and they got Trini and Susanna to voice robot versions of themselves.
Well, when queer icon Russell T Davies comes knocking...
You're like, yes, I will play a robot version of myself that lasers people.
Oh, it's evil. Cool.
I'm on board.
Yes.
We also see, up in the control room, there's people working at little desks.
Yeah.
Controlling and one of them...
Very important, friend of the pod.
Elaine the Pain is one of the workers at the TV station. Which I think makes up for us not having seen her in that Tracy Beaker episode we watched.
Yes.
Elaine the Pain is one of the... And I was like... It's bad of me as an audience member, but I just can't distance her from that character.
No.
I was like, why is someone put Elaine in charge? She can't deal with
she did a good
a
job.
care home. She's got to run 10 billion channels.
Yeah.
Poor Elaine.
Yeah.
She's trying her best. And they also work for the controller.
Yes. You have skipped... I'm very surprised you've skipped the most important bit.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
The defabricator.
The defabricator of Trini and Susanna.
We're running a queer podcast, Kate.
This is the reason I wanted to watch this episode.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The defabricator and what not to wear.
Yes.
Does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
It takes off your clothes.
They just point it at Captain Jack, and a lot of young people went, oh.
That's what I am.
And he says the iconic line, ladies, your viewing figures just went up.
And it's not the only thing that went up.
Oh, God.
My interest was piqued.
There's me, completely on the back fucking foot.
Exactly. And then we went and watched Torchwood, and it was generally in life. We haven't watched it yet. One went to watch Torchwood, and you saw even more of him. Yeah. There's that episode with Nessa off Gavin and Stacey.
I remember that.
And Gwen walks in on Jack and Nianto, just fully going at it.
Do you only see butts? You only see butts.
I think you only see butts and nips.
But that was enough.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Back in the day.
That did you for a full 6 months. Tell you why else Trini and Susanna are queer icons.
Why?
They have the iconic line, never wear black with colour. It makes the colour look tacky and the black look boring. And I'm like, can I send a memo out to all of my ex-boyfriends?
But again, why Trini and Susanna, they look at him, they go, oh, look at that. It's just like the 20th century Earth.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone's still dressed in that.
Yeah.
Like, you've not done your job very well as fashionistas, have you, Trini and Susanna? But anyway, so we're back at the top.
Yes.
With the controller, who is like, Tilda Swinton met some wires.
Dare you?
She's a pasty white woman.
She's
weird.
She's got no angles.
She's just... But she, like, can't see anything.
No.
And she's like, I see all the numbers, everything's happening in my head.
I really wish there was more backstory to her, because they're like, oh, they put her in when she was 5. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, I want more about that. And when we do, later on, she gets disconnected from her wires.
Yeah.
And she's there for, like, 30 seconds before she dies. And it's like, I wanted more. Who is this woman?
I want a flashback.
Yeah.
I want a spin-off. I don't think we ever do.
I'll look on the wiki. I'm sure.
Someone will have written a novel about it, won't they?
Yeah.
Or a Big Finish audio drama.
This is such a good episode because it takes like so many things that we as like kids were familiar with.
Yeah.
And makes it fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Because they do the bit... Hang on. When do we see the android first? I think quite early on we see the android do her first killing.
Yeah.
And I remember that being... Because obviously you know something sinister's happening. Because you're like, oh, what's going on here? There's a robot Han Robinson. What's going on here? Is there going to be a trap door? That's... I vividly remember the first time the lasers... Basically...
It's harrowing.
If you lose the round on the weakest link, she disintegrates you.
Yeah. And
I remember being in shock.
Yeah.
Like, that just threw me.
Watching it back now, knowing what happens...
Yeah.
In the first few rounds, every time someone gets a question wrong, where it's like, haha, lol, get a question wrong, it's like, I don't know what this answer is. And every time someone gets a question wrong, their face is like, drop.
The acting in these 2 episodes, in Doctor Who in general, I think, at least the early seasons, it gets bad.
And just the way that the tension is ramped up is just phenomenal. And then there's the bit before, when the last person is voted off, and she's just crying, this woman who's about to get killed. Because, you know, like, obviously in The Weakest Link...
People get
when
upset,
you know that you've been voted off, but she still like has a chat with you, being like, what did you do? But she's like weeping, and then Rose is like, it's fine, don't worry about it, he's just gonna get voted off. And everyone's like, she doesn't know what's going on. Yeah. And then she gets zapped into oblivion, and it is horrifying. It's very Hunger Games-y.
Yes.
Especially because you know that people at home are watching this.
Yeah, that's what's really... And
they're kind of trapped in watching this, as we find out later.
That's why it's so Black Mirror, because even at the time this was quite scary. Because... Yeah. They took the concept of, like, Big Brother, which is quite a weird thing anyway for people to watch, and just took it to the extreme. I thought, well, so they do the same with Big Brother. If you get evicted, you get disintegrated. Yeah. That was weird.
That was a weirder one, because her reaction when she knew that she was getting voted off was less It's more resigned.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Sometimes it's what
Cried
people
at the end,
expect.
though.
She did. Yeah, she was quite sad.
That was
good.
quite distressing.
But when she knew that she'd been...
Crosby, you've got 10 seconds and then we're gonna get you.
It's like, I'm coming to get you.
Coming to get you.
And
It was so scary.
You're live on channel 44,000.
Yeah.
Please do not swear.
Yeah.
It's classic. That's camp. Because it's pop culture.
Yes.
And then in Trinity and Susanna, instead of being evaporated, it's...
You get dismembered or something and
yeah,
put
he's
back
like,
together?
So that's the fashion done. What about the face?
Yeah, face off.
And then she, like, takes off her arm to reveal a chainsaw.
Yeah.
And then, like, some shears. And then the iconic line that I do remember is, like, I think you'd look better... Sorry. I think you'd look better with a dog's head. Or no head at all.
That concept is terrifying.
Yes.
That they just on live TV, like, cut someone up and put them back together again all weird.
Yeah.
People watch that.
They do. But they don't have a choice, really.
Yeah,
because they're all trapped inside. Because, as we learn later, smog is everywhere and they can't go outside.
Yes.
And also that concept of, like, living in fear that you could be randomly selected to be one of those people.
Yeah.
I have an issue with the What Not to Wear version, but I'll get to that later.
Okay.
It doesn't add up for me.
Okay. Who is the first to get out? Because they get out. I think Captain Jack is the first, or is
Captain Jack? So they strip Captain Jack down and
Yes,
they're like,
they do.
"We're gonna cut off your head," and he's like, "Hang on a sec, I've got a laser," and they're like, "Where did you get that from?"
They say, "That's a compact laser deluxe. Where were you hiding that?"
Ladies, you don't want
wanna
to know.
know.
Pew 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 pew. I didn't get that as a child.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, see, I thought he was just putting it in between his butt cheeks.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And I was like, how did they not notice that? No, it was up his arsehole. He just did a reach around and pulled it out.
Queer icon Captain Jack, honestly.
He's
He's had that since he was in the TARDIS when he got taken out. He has it in there just in case. Which I applaud.
You'd be worried about the trigger, wouldn't you? I assume the safety catches on.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
And then the Doctor gets out by destroying property.
Yes.
Because that's how Linda with an eye got kicked out. Mm-hmm. And then they...
Christopher Eccleston's Doctor was so, like, gave no shits.
I love
Like, he
Christopher
called
Eccleston's
so many
Doctor.
bluffs. He just wandered into stupid situations. I loved it so much because he was always right and it was great.
I love him. And he's got a leather jacket on.
Like the bit where in the Slitheen episode where he's like, "Oh, don't ever corner me by a trapdoor," and then just disappears, and it's great.
The empty child when he's like, "Go to your room."
Yes.
And then they're like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel like I have such a beef with the later seasons. I feel like as it went on, like the end of this series is quite complicated.
Yeah.
I remember being quite confused by it. But as the seasons went on, they had to find a sort of pseudo-scientific reason for everything.
Yeah.
And a way out of things, whereas this was quite simple and easy to follow.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, Doctor gets out.
Doctor gets out, and then he's taken Linda with Y with him. Mm-hmm. He's left the gay one.
Yeah. Who clearly, Linda with Y clearly auditioned for Rose and didn't get it. So they were like, "Oh, we'll give her an episode."
That's so true.
Like, she's just fulfilling the Rose
She
role.
is Rose. She's blonde and cockney.
Yeah, and it's like, "Oh, I could come with you." And he's like, "Oh, you could." And I'm like, "Hang on." Her body ain't even cold yet, Doctor. And you're replacing Rose.
So they're all testing shit, like trying to get through the doors. And they talk about the other game shows that there are. There's Stars in Their Eyes, where you get blinded if you don't sing.
There's...
Ground Force, where you get turned into compost.
Yeah.
Bear With Me, where a bear has to live with you.
Yes.
Which I want to see that.
I'm so on board with that.
Put that on now.
Yeah. And the control room can see that they've escaped, but the controller, Tilda Swinton, is like, "Return to work. Return to work."
Yeah.
It's very, why?
Ooh, what's going on?
What's going on here? Building tension. Thank you,
looks
Russell.
like... Have you seen Breaking Glass, the film, with Hazel O'Connor? It's like a weird, like, punk rock musical.
No.
There's an amazing song in it called Eighth Day. Ooh. And Hazel O'Connor looks just like the controller.
Really?
And it's iconic.
Yeah, she looks really punk.
I should do that for Halloween. Oh, another 51 weeks to wait. Never mind.
So yeah, Rose and Roderick. Oh, Roderick, we forgot to say, was the creepy weakest link man.
Yes.
Yes.
It gets down to those two, and Roderick's
Yes.
like, "I've been voting tactically to keep you until the final because you're
You're
fucking stupid." I'm like, yeah,
So
because
good.
she has the knowledge of the year 2005, not the year
She's
200,100.
doing pretty well, considering.
Yes. He didn't know that Jackie Collins wrote the book Lucky Bitches. Those lucky bitches. Lucky bitches.
I remember this bit where there's only 2 of them left being the tensest I've ever been in my life.
I was clenching.
Yeah.
For my country.
The gun in your...
It went off. I somehow undid the safety catch and lasered my own rectum.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's very tense because it is sudden death. That's what they call it in the show.
Mm-hmm. They should have used that in...
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey. A bit on the nose.
I don't think this episode needed to be any less no anymore. You know what I mean? It's very on the nose already.
It's and then they're ramping up the tension, and she's like, the oldest living being is the face of...
And she's like, Poe!
Poe is the face of Poe! And you're like, ha ha ha.
It's Captain Jack.
Captain Jack didn't know that for another 3 seasons. Ha ha ha. I loved that whole Captain Jack arc.
I never really understood it, but, you know.
He could come back. Could he come back? What happened to Captain Jack in the end?
Has he been in
He got with Russell Tovey at the end. He hasn't been in anything since David Tennant left. But he's still alive. I ship Jodie Whittaker and Captain Jack.
Yes.
That should happen.
I ship Jodie Whittaker and Bill. They should have kept Bill around.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah, but they didn't. It's fine.
Never mind.
Not bitter.
And then they fight. Captain Jack runs out and he's like, I know where Rose is. She's on this floor.
Yes.
And they run up to that floor.
Yeah,
They break in just as Rose is about to get lasered.
Yes.
And he's like, stop the show!
They do some fucking acting.
They do.
Like, Captain Jack does some, like... Well, he's like a West End actor, isn't he?
Yes.
He does some West End acting.
He's doing a concert in the Palladium, I think. Or they're at some kind of Apollo.
Ooh.
Should we go?
Yeah,
At Christmas.
sure.
He's doing like a Christmas concert.
Yes.
Let's go and see John Barrowman.
Yes.
John
John Barrowman does some West End acting.
There's
Like
a lot of
he
shouting.
holds up the room and he's in the background like,
Everybody
stop the show! And then David does some very good I'm Royal Shakespeare.
Christopher.
Who did I say?
David.
Sorry. Christopher.
Freudian slip.
They're both very good actors, in fairness.
They're both quite attractive as well. Yeah. I find Christopher Eccleston really attractive.
Also, like, we should at some point, in fact, let's do it now, acknowledge Christopher Eccleston had a fucking horrible time on this show.
Yeah, I don't really know the whole, like, backstory of why he left.
He was treated so badly that he only stayed for 1 season.
Oh, really?
He also has come out recently, what an icon, and talked openly about how he was really struggling with eating disorders around this time.
Oh, yes.
I think, like, triggered by this experience.
Heck.
Well, I don't know, actually. I think.
But I read about that.
Yeah. Christopher Eccleston is excellent and is definitely sidelined.
He should, yeah.
Especially when it went to America. I feel like a lot of some Americans really like Matt Smith.
Ugh.
And David Tennant, but they kind of forget about Christopher.
That's a shame.
But Christopher is an excellent actor and he does some fucking acting.
Yes, because
he looks so sad.
Rose has just escaped from being lasered
Yep.
by the doctor bursting in. She runs to the doctor, but they didn't shoot the android's head off in time.
Why doesn't... So, Captain Jack is like running towards, holding up the producer.
Yeah.
I'm like, the producer is not the one with a gun in its face.
I know, and then Rose runs towards the doctor, but alas, she gets lasered.
Mm-hmm.
And then Captain Jack is screaming and shouting. But
Yeah.
Christopher is just still. And it's phenomenal.
Yes.
And he's just like done. He's
Yeah.
like no facial expression at all, and it's
No.
just but you can see the whole like
Yeah.
because he promised Jackie
He promised.
that she'd be fine. And
Also,
it's
he's
just,
definitely in love with her at this stage.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in love with from the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
They run up to the control room.
they run up to the room,
Does
taking
anything
everyone
happen in
hostage.
between? No, I think they just run
Oh,
up.
they get like arrested, and then they break out of the arrest. But it's only like 3 minutes.
Also, the breakout of the arrest was just them going, should we break out of the arrest?
oh, yes.
Okay, cool.
I did remember. He goes, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then it's with the veracity of Shania Twain at the opening of Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
What? Let's go, girls.
Da, 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 da.
Can we just...
We'll mash that all on the screen.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, you need to, when he's saying let's do it, get
Da,
let's
da,
go, girls.
da, da, da.
Let's go, girls.
I'm going up. Then they get up to the control room because they
Yeah.
break out of the prison in 2 seconds flat. And they hold Elaine the Pain hostage. Everyone shut the fuck up.
And Nervous Man, what was his name? Davidge?
Something like that.
Yeah, Nervous Man gives them information and Jack finds the TARDIS. Clever boy.
But before that,
Oh, no.
Jack finds Davidge very appealing.
Yes.
Because he's like, hi Davidge, what are you doing later? And he's like,
Bisexual
hi.
icon.
Honestly, Captain Jack will fuck anything that moves, and I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I move.
You're
Please,
free.
Jack. Please.
Would you fuck the face of Bo, though?
I mean, I'm a bit desperate. Sure, why not? Big fucking face.
Right. So.
I'd fuck Cassandra. The bitchy trampoline.
Oh, she's incredible. Zoe Wanamaker, amazing.
That's a great episode.
That is a great
Do you remember that one? She's like, here's an old relic from Earth, a piece of music. I believe it's called an iPod. And they were like this huge jukebox. And then, let's see what's playing. And it's this classic Earth tune.
I mean, there are so many Doctor Who episodes, and a lot of them are very camp. So let us know if there's one you want us to.
We might have to do a spin-off where we watch every episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
People have asked for a spin-off where we watch every episode of Tracy Beaker, every episode of Glee.
Every episode of Glee is a popular.
Every episode of Doctor Who. We could have 4 shows a week.
Yeah.
We're going to need to get paid for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are busy gals.
Maybe we should do like a poll and see what the most popular one is.
Oh yeah, we could do a little spin-off.
Yeah.
One little spin-off.
Yeah.
The power is in your hands. Tracy, Glee, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Very exciting.
Anyway, back to this. Christopher Eccleston uses the word chinwagon.
Does
at
he?
some point, which I bloody love.
I love him. Northern icon.
Exactly. You're saying Captain Jack finds the TARDIS.
Yes, he finds a TARDIS.
And he types something in the TARDIS.
Yes, and he discovers something and then is an overdramatic little bitch. And comes back and he's like, I've solved it. Linda, darling, go and stand over there. And she's like, oh, all right. And then he like eviscerates her.
And they're all like, why have you killed her?
Yeah, and then he brings her back and is like, did it. It's so fucking stupid.
Like, you could have just said, it's just a transport beam.
Yeah, but no.
It's just
no. Yeah. Oh, the controller starts talking to the Doctor.
Because there's a solar flare.
Yes.
And it's like, Doctor, they're here. They can't see me because of the solar flare. But I had to bring you here, hide you in the program, and then we'll.
And at no point just goes, the Daleks have got her.
It's the Daleks. Because Rose wakes up and is like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
And then you see her through a little blue circular lens.
They don't show. Now, I think it's pointless tension because we know what it is, but I quite like that we don't see the Daleks immediately.
I like that. It's ramping up.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of the end of that episode.
They get the coordinates from the controller. Oh yeah, because she gives them the coordinates, even though the solar flare is gone, so the Daleks can hear her.
Yeah, and she's like, "This is my last act. I'm going to give you the coordinates." And then
Tilda Swinton.
they transport her back.
Yes.
To their Dalek ship, and she's like, "My masters, I have brought about your destruction."
And her teeth are really yellow.
Her teeth are horrible. To be fair, she hasn't brushed them since she was 5.
No, but I'm also a bit like, shouldn't they be worse then? How old is she?
Does someone go and brush her teeth? What if she needs to pee?
There's lots of tubes.
Oh, that's true. I thought that was just like TV information.
I mean, but it's probably another tube.
Some scran.
Scran tube.
And then it's, ew, credits are rolling, you're gonna have to wait another week before you can see it. But not anymore, because we've got Netflix.
Yes.
Between breaks, should we have a little flying saucer, because it does look like the Dalek ships.
It does, yes, thank you. Wait, do they see, I think they see the ships, because they say it's 200 ships, 500,000 Daleks. And then the Doctor does, I've written big dramatic speech, but I can't remember what he says.
And it's the end of the episode or whatever, yeah. Oh, you can hear it rattling around.
Waggle your spaceships.
Yeah. So that's the end of the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And the playground chat that we would have had that week. Because I remember everyone watched it.
Yeah.
Except the people who, wet the bed. Their parents didn't let them.
Yeah. I think I probably wet the bed after it, but my dad was like, no, learning experience.
It's character building.
Yeah.
So we dive straight into the second episode, because that's how Netflix works.
Yeah.
It's like, you've got 3 seconds, quick, go.
It's parting of the ways.
Oh, the ways are being parted.
So
they fly the TARDIS, they get in the TARDIS, don't they?
Yes, they land on top of Rose.
Yes,
but
around
absorbed,
Rose and a Dalek that's next to her.
Oh no, before they do that, I wrote this down. They just want Rose to work for them and tell them everything about what the Doctor's going to do. And they're like, predict. And I was like, it's astrology gaze.
They was like, predict. Libra moon rising.
Yes.
And they land around Rose in the TARDIS.
Yes.
They're like, Rose, get down! And she ducks, and Captain Jack shoots this Dalek that she's with.
Yes. and
smithereens.
they have a force field around the TARDIS. So he gets out and goes to talk to the
yeah, you're right.
Daleks.
And I think it transpires that they're using the contestants, transporting them to the Dalek ship and turning them into Daleks.
Yes, because they become like weird human Dalek hybrids, which happens later as well.
They become like a proper... I think they like repurpose the energy of the people into actual like Dalek-y like squids in the middle.
Okay.
That's for this episode. But in the New York one, I think you're talking about,
Yeah.
he absorbs a human inside him,
Yeah.
and then he comes out as like half human, half Dalek.
Yes, but I think even the fact they're having to use humans, because he says that they're going mad.
Because they hate that they've got a bit of human in them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's I know there's the other one where he is literally like a human form with a Dalek-y squid face.
And here's my issue with the previous games,
Okay.
such as What Not to Wear and Ground Force and Stars in Their Eyes. Why do they need compost? Why do they need someone with a dog's head? They just want people to teleport to the ship.
Yeah.
Just do things that eliminate them with
I guess
teleporting to the
they've
ship.
got to sort of create entertainment to keep it going. But they're Daleks, so why can't they just keep it going?
I think they should, it's weird. It doesn't make any sense. You don't need blind people, you just need people.
If they can teleport people, why don't they just teleport
Why, if they
the
just do the
entire...
transmat beam, they don't need to have any TV.
Yeah.
Keep the country, like, silent. Because
Russell, if you're listening,
I think you
do
should
write
go
in.
back.
Yeah.
We'll write a new fanfic.
I mean, it's an excellent episode, so I'm not complaining, but you're right, actually. It doesn't
That
make
has
much-
bugged me for 15 years.
It's good to talk about it.
Like, why does he need a dog's head?
Yeah.
Transport him.
Maybe it's... Is there the concept of torture in Dalek? Do they enjoy... They like making people scared, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe...
But they don't really have emotions.
They don't really have that sort of sick... Oh, I've got to...
No.
Wait, what has that?
The Master.
The Master,
The
yeah.
Master.
They don't have like a sick sort of desire to torture people or anything.
No.
But maybe they just enjoy the fact they got lots of power and can scare a whole...
Perhaps.
But I am reading a lot into that, so I don't know.
You're making a lot of excuses for these dogs.
Yeah, sorry.
Christopher uses the phrase...
Dalek apologist, sorry. Bad Caitlin Powell, bad
Put that on your
feminist,
hoodie.
and Dalek apologist.
Christopher says the word nul point.
Yeah, he does.
It's like, you lose, nul point.
Nul point.
It's like, come on, win, fuck it off. And then...
Like Graham Norton in Eurovision.
They see the Dalek Emperor.
Yes,
who's a
who's
big,
just
big
a
fucking
big
Dalek.
Dalek.
Big squid.
Big squid boy.
Who's like, I am the god of the Daleks. And they're
Yeah.
like, how is that? How do you have gods? That's not right anymore.
Is the implication that because they've got a bit of human in them, they're sort of...
They've got a belief system.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
And it's like, you have a little bit of human in it. It makes you sick.
Yeah, and they say, don't blaspheme. Like when you didn't know Teeth by Lady Gaga. But now you do.
I do know Teeth by Lady Gaga. I did
Yeah.
it dressed as Jaws.
Yes.
It was
Excellent.
interesting. And then they go and they're like, we're going to save the day back
Yeah.
at the station. And they're like, we've got this plan all in motion. There's going to be a delta field.
Delta wave.
Delta wave.
That fries the brain.
Yes. But the doctor's
then I've
keeping it
just
quiet
written-
that, like, the delta wave's going to kill everyone, not just the Dalek.
Yeah, I've just written heartbreaking for the next bit.
There's a lot of kissing. Captain Jack's like,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to go and shoot everyone downstairs, but, like, bye, Rose, mwah,
Yeah.
and bye, Doctor. And I was like, yeah, we're here for this. I'm glad I waited a week
Yep.
in between seeing just the top of his bum.
Wait, do you see the top of his
You don't see any crack.
Okay. So his lower back.
You see, like, yeah. Where one would have love handles. Where one
Poor
does.
Buxton Kate.
Little childhood me. Just...
It's like, lower back. That's where the tailbone ends.
Show me a coccyx.
Show me a car 6.
It's the sequel to Lady Gaga's Teeth.
So,
We've gone off track. And then he kisses the doctor, and I'm like, yes.
And
Russell T
then-
Davies wrote this.
And then the doctor straight up fucking lies to Rose.
It's heartbreaking.
That bit is just like, what?
He's like, let's just fucking go.
Yeah, but he's like, I've got an idea.
Let's get in the TARDIS and I can
Yeah.
do this idea. You hold this button down and I'm going to go and sort something out outside.
Yeah. And then does a slow-mo turn. You're like, no, Christopher.
And he just looks down the camera and like you can see, he doesn't, again, no facial expressions, it's just in his eyes. And you're
Yeah.
like, the bloody turmoil. And he points a sonic screwdriver at the TARDIS and it goes, woo, woo. And she's there like, no!
Yeah,
no!
and bang on the door.
Bang on the
But-
door. Groovy chick.
Groovy chick. is a throwback.
I got invited to someone's 21st birthday with a groovy chick invitation, and I was like, yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm fucking going.
I was going to say I hate it, but actually I'm pretty on board.
Obsessed.
Yeah. But we do get a reward from this turmoil because we get Jackie Tyler.
We get Jackie Tyler.
Jackie Tyler.
And also Mickey. He's also there. But
Mickey is great.
He's fine.
He's a really loyal... I can't work out if I'm annoyed because I feel like he's still in love with Rose and he hasn't, like, taken it.
Yeah.
Or if he's just being a good person and helping her despite the fact he knows she doesn't love him.
But he pales in comparison to Jackie Tyler.
Absolutely.
Jackie Tyler!
Jackie Tyler!
Queer icon Jackie Tyler.
Yes.
And she's like, fuck, I'm sitting here eating chips. And something's happening in the distant future,
Rose
but it's
is
now.
an existential queen.
Rose is a bit of like... she's a bit of a class traitor. She's like, I don't want to get up and take the bus and go to work, come home, eat chips.
Marx could never.
She's smashing the capitalist society, actually. Exactly. I stand corrected.
Yes.
Sorry, Rose. And she's like, Mickey's like, that's what all of us do. She's like, no, I'm better than that. We all can be better than that. The doctor showed me that we can be better than that. And I'm kind of like, yeah, fair enough. At least they're not trapped inside because they can't go outside because of the smog, watching 10 million TV channels where people get killed.
That's so depressing and scary.
Yes.
I wish we'd seen more of Earth, actually. Because that would have been too much.
Maybe. We did, we forgot to mention that when the Doctor shut down the news, that's when everything shit happened. Yeah. And he's like, but this is supposed to be like the fourth great and bountiful age of humankind. Mm-hmm. And Linda with the Y's like, nah, everything went into turmoil because we had no news, we had no government, no economy.
So is the idea that he was supposed to let that monster eat people? And I
don't know. Should he have just found a better way?
Is he a capitalist apologist? Is he going, well, the system's flawed, but, you know,
I think
the economy must rule.
Because there's always those episodes where you see the Doctor is flawed.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but I did all the right things to save everyone, but still everything went wrong.
Yeah.
And there's that one with the Pompeii one. Yeah. Where Peter Capaldi's also there.
And also, I hate that
Karen
story.
Gillan.
Karen Gillan's there.
Yeah.
And, what's the shit one after Russell T Davies?
Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, and he hired her because of her eyes, her sexy eyes.
No.
Like, there's an interview where he's like, oh yeah, she just did that close up with her eyes, and I was like, oh, she's gonna be the companion. It's like, keep it inside your pants.
If we are forced to do a Doctor Who spin-off, we will be watching up until Russell T Davies leaves. Yeah, and we shall stop.
Absolutely.
I do not want to watch any Matt Smith or Karen Gillan.
I quite like Peter Capaldi. But only after Clara. Clara.
I'll come back for Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
That Rosa Parks episode, I was weeping.
Really good. I was a bit disappointed with it. I wanted more.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But, you know. Anyway.
Basically, we're kind of cutting now between the station and Rose in the present.
Where I believe the Daleks have started invading the station.
Yeah. And we kind of intercut with them just like straight up killing everyone.
Yeah. Oh, the android returns.
Oh yeah, the android's like, you want to make us like, fuck off. And then lasers the Daleks. Yes. And then she lasers them all. And then she turns around and then there's like 30,000 more Daleks. And they just shoot her. She's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then Rose is trying to get into the TARDIS.
Yeah, she uses Mickey's Mini.
Yeah, she's seen the word bad wolf written all over this playground. And she's like,
it means
a sign.
I can get back.
Which is a reach.
Yeah,
she's seen some graffiti and she's like, yeah, I can get back.
I would be like, oh, it means something. I wouldn't be like, it means I need to go and save the day.
I don't know how she's not been piecing it together the whole way, because every episode of this, that someone said bad wolf.
The first one is like that maid from the werewolf
who turns
episode.
up in Torchwood later.
Oh, does she?
She plays Torchwood. She plays the whole Torchwood. No, she plays Gwen in Torchwood.
She does. I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah.
She's great.
And there is a bit in Doctor Who where they see her and she's like, are your ancestors maids for Charles Dickens?
Oh, it's Charles Dickens. I thought it was the werewolf episode.
No, that's coming up. That's when Queen Victoria establishes the Torchwood Institute. Yes. They do mention one of the questions on Weekly's Link is Torchwood, which you didn't know is an anagram of Doctor Who.
I didn't.
It's crazy. And then, so I like how they did this. In this series, it was Bad Wolf that was peppered everywhere. Mm-hmm. Next series is Torchwood that's peppered everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Just like someone's on the phone like, hello, it's Torchwood, or whatever.
Oh, nice.
And then series 3, I can't remember. Oh, it's Saxon.
Saxon. Oh, he's camp.
Yeah. And series 4 is planets disappearing.
Wait, what? Like, they just...
Because at the end of series 4, it's like all the 27 planets are like aligned for Davros to do something.
Okay, but wait, so they just mentioned throughout the series the planets are disappearing?
Yeah, and like the bees have gone or something. And
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, nice. Someone's like home planet was lost.
Ooh. Do you remember
it's clever.
John Sims dances to Scissor Sisters.
I can't decide whether you should live or die. I was like buying that instantly.
Yeah.
On
To
iTunes,
Die
with my
is
iTunes
a
voucher.
seminal album, yes.
On my iPod Nano.
iTunes vouchers are such a throwback.
Got that for Christmas.
Yes. Anyway, eventually, Rose gets into the TARDIS thing.
But how does she do that? Because Jackie Tyler turns up in a big fucking lorry. And she's like, Rodrigo owes me a favour.
Yeah.
What have you been doing, Jackie?
And adds, never mind why. Which just...
Never you mind why.
Never you mind. Your mother's got to have some fun sometimes.
I love it so much.
Your mum has needs.
They rip open the TARDIS.
Yes.
And she looks right into it.
Yeah.
And she goes all sparkly.
All sparkly like a little vampire.
And this is where I had the biggest pang of nostalgia. Do you remember Doctor Who? I quit. Can you recall Doctor Who cards?
I never had them, but I know what you... Okay.
Doctor Who cards! I had every fucking Doctor Who card except the very, very, very rare one.
Which
was
was
like
Rose?
the Super Rose.
Super Rose?
And it was like holographic lenticular with her with the TARDIS eyes. And I still think I have those cards somewhere. All of them except for that one.
If you have Super Rose,
please
let us know.
Come to one of my shows and give it to me. People used to like tip me in Nintendo DS games.
What?
Some people came to get last year. A few different shows. People came and gave me like a gift bag, and it had like Cooking with Mum. It was like a £2 Nintendo DS game.
I was at home this weekend. Went to I was cleaning up my room, found my Nintendo DS. I've brought it back with me.
Exciting!
It's got Animal Crossing New Leaf in it.
Well, if you want to play Cooking with Mum, not Cooking Mama.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
Very importantly, no. It's like look, Mum, I did it or something. And I think I've got a Peppa Pig one.
Oh,
classic.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Shout out to all the people that gave me those. But if you have the Doctor Who Super Rose card, I wonder how much it's worth now on like eBay. Probably about 20p.
Yeah.
But at the time,
yeah,
that was the absolute in the playground. That was the absolute fucking one.
Wow. I know. Did you know someone who had it?
I didn't. No, we heard obviously like someone in another school.
Yeah.
A nearby school had one.
Yeah.
And I did all the trading, and I must have spent a small fortune on Doctor Who cards.
Mm-hmm.
My mum used to like give them to me to reward me for playing my flute. Tragic.
That
isn't
is
it?
the saddest sentence I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well.
For every hour, I'd get a pack of Doctor Who cards.
A pack?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why I've got a grade 8 now. Thank you. Anyway.
So as soon as Rose gets all sparkly,
Yeah.
she also gets this weird posh voice.
That's what the universe sounds like.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, it's me. I see the words. I scatter them through time as a message to myself. Also, you see the back of her and she's wearing a punky fish jacket.
Punky fish.
Do you remember punky fish?
Yeah, I do.
A bit like Weird Fish.
Yeah.
But punkier.
I thought they'd just got a rip-off of Weird Fish.
Because she has a P on like her...
Yeah.
What's that?
Chest?
Not lapel. What's the...
The front of her jumper.
Yeah, the front top of the... That'll come to me in a second. And I was like, is that Paul's Boutique? Do you remember Paul's Boutique?
I do remember Paul's Boutique.
The audacity it had to call itself a boutique.
Tell you what, Linda's wearing Paul's Boutique.
Oh, Linda with a Y.
Linda with a Y.
Oh.
Has she died yet? Oh, she dies at some point.
She does die, because the Daleks come through the window. Which is, it's quite harrowing as well, because you just see the lights on the top of the Daleks have flash. And you don't hear them say exterminate, but you just see the lights flash to exterminate. It's very well done. Whoever directed this, shout out to you.
Yes.
And then she scatters the Daleks. Mm-hmm. She brings back to life Captain Jack, who has also been exterminated, which I remember was like heartbreaking.
That was horrible, yeah. Because he's like the last one left of all the humans fighting.
And Jenna Russell gets killed. She's like, you lied to me. You said that they would be able to die. You said they'd be shot. You said that the bullets would kill them, but they have force fields. Mm-hmm. And they kill everyone.
It's so sad.
Yeah. And then TARDIS Rose brings Captain Jack back to life.
They kill Roderick, so...
Oh,
That's the one good thing that comes out of this episode.
Roderick. Fucking Roderick. She brings Captain Jack back to life, and as we learn it in like 2 series time, she went too far bringing it back to life.
Yes.
And brought him so much back to life
Immortal.
that he can't die.
Yeah.
And then she disintegrates the Daleks, scatters everything.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like, I'm going to have to kiss this out of you. And she's like, my head really hurts.
Aww.
And he says, I think you need a doctor.
Oh, he does.
And we both instantly creamed ourselves.
Yeah. Oh,
I need a doctor, Christopher.
So he gives her a little peck.
Quite more than a peck.
It's a little bit more than a... It's not quite a make-out.
No.
It's not quite a peck. It's a little kiss.
And the TARDIS transfers into him.
Yeah. And then it goes back into the TARDIS.
And then he like...
Why couldn't she just do that?
Because she doesn't know the Time Lord way.
Okay. And then he carries her onto the TARDIS.
He shuts the doors just as Jack wakes up and runs.
And it's like, all right, guys, it's me.
Oh, no. And like, you are in the year 200,000. Yeah. Not much has changed, but they live underwater.
Amazing.
I have a huge issue with the song Year 3000.
It's a rubbish song.
I did the maths because I was a loser.
Yes.
Still am. Your great-great-great-granddaughter...
It's pretty fine.
Well, in the year 3000, she's going to be about 800 years old. Because that's not many generations.
That's not, is it?
And say there's, 30 years between the generation?
Hmm.
She's going to be about 800.
Well...
She's still pretty fine, though.
Yeah, she's pretty fine.
I'd still
You would. Who amongst us?
And they travel back to the Powell estate.
What?
That's where they live, the Powell estate.
Really?
Yeah, I remembered it during... This is really bad. I was watching it, I was like, the Powell estate. Why does the name Powell sound familiar?
Fuck off. So rude. Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, he wakes up, she wakes up even, and he's glowing.
And he's like, we had a great time, didn't we?
He's being so cryptic, I'm like, just fucking
tell us.
Tell her what's going on.
I don't know, I've always thought this at Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They're always like, what's going on? I'm like, why didn't... As soon as you meet them, and they're in it for the long haul, just be like, right, there's a slight chance.
Yeah.
If I'm really near to death, I'm going to change my fucking face.
Also, I get really confused. I'm sure there's some lore that I'm not, knowing about. But, he is the same person.
Yes.
Just different features and I guess different responses to things.
Different personality,
yeah. It's not like he's going to forget what's happened. He was talking like he was going to properly die and he would never see her again.
Yeah.
And it really pisses me off when they do that because I'm like, you will. Give it about half an hour, you'll be right.
There is that short moment though when they are confused about everything.
Yeah.
Or they're just like...
Okay, so maybe... Well, you should have just been like, I'm going to be a bit confused for about half a day. Give me a...
I'm going to be confused for the entire length of the Christmas special.
Just book me a spa day and we'll be good.
Yeah, I just don't know why he doesn't tell her.
Yeah.
But then he does it. He goes...
And
it's fucking
David
Tennant. Just when we thought we'd creamed all the cream we could cream.
More cream!
More cream!
David More Cream Tennant.
Oh, he's so fit.
I remember him turning up, and I loved Christopher Eccleston so much.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at my dad when this was happening, being like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
Because everyone our age was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, and he was just...
I fucking knew.
Yeah, you knew. But my dad was just like, "Oh, I'm not going to tell you." I was like, "What's fucking happening?"
You have to wait till Christmas,
so
Caitlin.
And then David Tennant turned up, and I remember being so pissed off, like, "Who's this? Who's this pretender?"
But I think I knew that he was coming because I did have a subscription to Doctor Who magazine.
Ah, yes, of course you did.
Yep, I also had a subscription to
Did you watch Doctor Who
Confidential?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It was the
BBC
best.
Three.
Love that.
Thank you. I had a subscription to Doctor Who magazine, subscription to the trading card magazine, and one to the Doctor Who DVD files, where you got a DVD of each episode and a magazine about it. Mm-hmm. I've got all of them, even like the classic shit.
Wow.
It's phenomenal work. I honestly don't know how I had that much money.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of my parents' money on it. They enabled it. Heck.
Well, you know.
Anyway, and he goes, "Where are we going?" "Oh, that's right. Barcelona." Where the dogs have no noses.
Tennant fucking... I'm going to enunciate.
Oh, he's so fit. He's so fit. Was this before or after he was in Harry Potter?
Ooh, I think it might have been before. Because I remember going to the cinema and watching Harry Potter and being like, oh my god, it's him.
Okay.
I think.
Was this just This was before, but
He's
did Harry Potter come out
worked
between then and when he actually did his full series?
Oh, it might have done. I don't know. I remember the reason he got this job is because Russell T Davies worked with him in Casanova. Which explains a lot.
I've never seen Casanova.
I just know
I want to see him have a lot of sex.
Him doing his classic wide-eyed running about acting.
Yeah.
My nan was like, I don't like him. I don't. And I was like, oh, why? And he was like, she was like, he's scary. She found his eyes really freaky. He's a bit manic.
He's a bit like a puppy. Little puppy.
Little puppy.
Yeah, my last note is don't hurt it so fit.
Yeah. And then Matt Smith came along and it was like...
But then I don't like Peter Capaldi either.
Do you know?
But I love Jodie Whittaker.
In my order it would be... Ooh, I'm not sure. I think David and Christopher, I think.
Do you know the classics? Who would you fuck of the classics?
Of the classics? I don't really know.
Sylvester McCoy. Paul McGann.
Isn't Tom
Baker?
Tom Baker.
Apparently he's quite tall.
Yeah. Wasn't young Tom Baker...
Peter Davison. He's the fit one.
Is he?
He's the fifth Doctor. Although...
Isn't he
he's a bit of a misogynist.
Doesn't he strangle someone?
That's Colin Baker.
Oh.
There was this thing when they announced that it was going to be a woman.
I remember. But isn't
Peter Davison was like...
dad of...
Georgia Moffat.
Who's
married to David Tennant. Peter Davison was like, what's it going to be for young boys who need a role model? And then Colin Baker was like, nah, fuck that, this is great. And I'm like, I love you, Colin Baker. Yes. I'm so sad that your stories and producing and everything was shit.
Oh, that's sad.
And they made his character be really mean. So he got fired really early.
Who was the last Doctor before Christopher Eccleston?
Paul McGann was in the film in 1996.
Right.
He's quite fit in that. And then it was Sylvester McCoy before him.
Who was before Sylvester McCoy?
Colin Baker. Should I just go in order?
Yes, go in order.
William Hartnell.
Who's
the old man.
old, yes.
Yeah.
Who is Filch.
He's now being played by Filch.
Yeah, okay. Because he played him in a TV show.
Yeah, they did
film.
They did a TV film about the making of Doctor, the first episode, and he played William Hartnell.
When that happened, when they got Filch out to do in the Arctic, whatever it was.
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
I haven't seen many Peter Capaldis.
Have you seen Bill?
Rarely. I've seen one episode. I've seen the first one with that puddle.
Okay, the puddle.
I used to be obsessed with Doctor Who, and it breaks my heart. Like little 10-year-old me heart to be like, I hate it now.
You hate it?
I came back for Jodie Whittaker.
Okay.
But Stephen Moffat just ruined it.
Okay, let's watch the Bill series. Because the final Peter Capaldi
just
series
watch the Bill.
is good.
All cops are bastards. So it's William Hartnell.
Yeah.
Patrick Troughton.
Who's he?
He's the little, he plays the recorder. He's also in The Box of Delights. The fabulous festive outing, which you should stay tuned for. Just, hit subscribe and you'll be notified when that one comes around.
Yeah, maybe next Christmas, but
we're doing it. And then we have John Pertwee.
Yes.
Who's a bit lispy. First one in colour. Not off colour, they're all white.
Yeah.
Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, no relation, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Chris, Dav, Matt, Pete, Jode.
Nice.
And then John Hurt's there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
I didn't really get those episodes. I was like, well, okay.
No. And then also some other guy in Victorian London with a big Cyberman. He's like, I'm the Doctor. And they're like, no, you're not.
Oh, but he wasn't actually a Doctor.
Weird time.
Yeah.
And then there was the comic relief ones, which featured
Rowan
Atkinson regenerating into Hugh Grant or something, and then Joanna Lumley at the end, who was
iconic,
a camp icon.
I would watch Joanna Lumley do an entire season of Doctor Who.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Or bring her back, put her in it for something.
Yeah.
The Rani, do you remember the Rani, who's the female master?
I know about yes.
Yeah.
Joanna Lumley is the Rani.
I'm here for that. Shall we answer the questions that we ask ourselves every time? Is it camp?
This episode, the first episode, yes.
Because it draws on pop culture.
Yes.
And pop culture is camp. It references.
Various is not afraid to reference or not reference.
We said that every episode for the past 4 weeks.
Sorry. It's Lady Gaga in it.
Ever in Doctor Who?
No, that phrase.
Oh, I thought you said, was Lady Gaga in it? I was like, I don't think she's been in Doctor Who, but it is Lady Gaga phrase, yeah.
Lady Gaga would come back for the Rani.
And Joanna Lumley could regenerate into Lady Gaga.
Yes.
I'm here for that.
Right. Various episodes in Doctor Who are camp, which is why I think maybe we couldn't do an entire... I think we probably could do an entire spin-off series, but there's definitely, individual episodes that's very camp.
Which ones spring to mind? For me, it's Maureen Lipman in the TV. I'm the wire, and I'm hungry.
I would say, so, Anthony Head.
In school.
Slovenia camp.
Slovenia camp.
What else is camp?
The whole of classic Doctor Who is camp.
Okay, yeah.
Candyman is camp.
I mean, I feel like Matt Smith episodes get a little bit camp, but I hate them, so let's
It's a very straight camp, because Matt Smith's like, I love playing football. Oh, fuck off, Matt.
Jesus Christ.
Did it make us queer? I mean, the short answer is yes.
The long answer is fuck yes.
Fuck yes. John Barrowman. I'm so attracted to John Barrowman.
I'm trying to think who, if you're a queer woman, there was.
Elaine the Pain. That's a lot of mixed feelings. Tilda
I
Swinton.
think Rose.
Rose, yeah.
I think lots of people fancied Rose. Billie Piper went from because we want to.
Because we want to.
To like, she got a BAFTA, hasn't she?
Yeah. Do you remember when she was announced? You probably don't.
People
you
were
don't have Doctor Who
absolute arseholes about it.
But yeah, people were like, she's a singer.
Yeah.
Billie fucking Piper. Who? No.
She's so good.
But she's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And Christopher Eccleston's great.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor. I wish there'd been more of him.
Yeah.
But like, under better circumstances, if this is true.
Yes.
I
mean, like I said, I think I said last week, they did their fucking awful first lesbian kiss. No. It's a lizard.
Lesbian. Well, I think we're going to get even queerer next week.
Martha! Queer icon Martha.
She was in Sense8, wasn't she? As a lesbian.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Martha. Beautiful. Freema egg.
Adjuvan.
That's it.
Yeah. She's in Sense8 and she spends a lot of it very naked.
Oh.
And I was kind of like, where's the Jadoon?
Do you remember the Shakespeare episode where it's a little bit racist?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that happened. Well, you know.
What can you do?
What can you do? So yes, it made us queer. Doctor Who in general, a little bit camp.
Yeah.
Lots of camp. Whenever Captain Jack is involved.
Well, I'm glad that we're fans of Captain Jack.
Because next
episode we are watching
Torchwood!
It's going to be queer, it's going to be... Don't know which episode we're going to watch yet.
The sex alien
Sex
one.
alien or Scary Carnival Men?
What? I don't remember that one.
Or the one where they fuck. And you see a bit of bum.
Oh.
There's lots to choose from. Or should we watch the whole of the 4, 5, 6?
No! That was
sad.
horrible.
That was horrifying.
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
No.
And Yanto. Yanto.
No, I want to watch a fun one.
We'll watch a camp one.
Yeah.
And a queer one.
Yes. I mean, it's not difficult.
The one where his lover comes back and he's him off Buffy. That's very gay.
Okay.
Well, stay tuned because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You don't know either. So it's all a mystery. You're going to have to come back next week to see Torchwood and what we think of it. Yes. Because we watched it far too young.
Yes.
Should we have one final
Yes.
flying saucer?
Final flying saucer.
We've both got yellow ones.
Yes. Yeah. Little shake. Oh. There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh! Before we do that, follow us on Instagram at Quiz Gone By. Also on Twitter at Quiz Gone By.
Mm-hmm. And I'm at Caitlin R. Powell on Instagram and at Caitlin PWLL on Twitter.
Caitlin Powell Escaped. And I'm Kate Butch 1. No, yes?
Yes.
What am I? I'm having a breakdown. I'm all overwhelmed by the nostalgia. This has gone really well. At Kate Butch 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Cheers to the flying saucers.
Cheers to the flying saucers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.